coming down for the weekend, we wanted to just have a little ceremony here for John, and I want to kick it off, and then Kevin's going to say something, and we've got an idea that we want everybody to participate in. So let me start by saying that John was my best friend. You guys heard what Kevin and I had to say at his memorial service. I love John with all my heart, and I love John, and John loved this place. And he sat down with me literally a week before he died, and he asked me if I would spread some of his ashes here at the ranch, which I thought was an amazing gesture on his part. I would have never imagined in 1,000 years that he would have asked me to do that. And so, you know, it was a real honor for me. Well, I reached out to all you guys and said, let's do something on a weekend. And then I started thinking about, how do you spread ashes? I've never done that. I looked it up. There's kind of some different ways to do it, but I wasn't satisfied with any of that for John. One thing led to another, and that's when we decided that building a memorial for John with some words on it, so that he could sit here and watch us whenever we're down here, because I know it would be John's hope that we would never stop doing these kinds of events like this weekend. And that's certainly going to be my intent, that as long as John is here and as long as we're all friends, I'm hoping that we can all come and spend time together down here. He was truly an amazing guy, and we've talked about this a lot of times. None of us, or very few of us, would know each other if it wasn't for John. I mean, he was an amazing connector, and I learned a lot from him about how to be a good friend. And it's an honor for me to have this here, and to have John be here watching over us. I also want to say thanks to Mark and Bob, who came down and spent a weekend with me building this. I'm pretty proud about the way it turned out. I think it reflects the way the ranch looks, but I also think it kind of reflects John. We did our best as untrained stonemasons to try to put this together. We went through several iterations of how to cut stone before we decided that the best way to do it would be with a table saw with a wood blade. So all these cuts were Bob grinding on stone. And then, as you can see, when we put it together, we did our best to try to have everything flush and square until we got to the very end, where this stone doesn't match on this side and this side. We had a huge debate about what do you do about that, and we all decided that given John's affinity for tools and building and doing things right, that it would be just perfect to leave that flaw for John.
Yeah, I agree.
So anyway, thanks guys for being here, and you guys are all great friends, and it's an honor for me to have all you guys here too. So thank you for that.
Thank you.
Oh gosh,
So
thank you.
Mark and I had a wonderful privilege of getting to tell our stories about John at his service, and it was truly that, a privilege and an honor. And Mark and I were talking about how many people didn't really get an opportunity to tell their own story about John. Many of us that are here today were in Glen Rose together last summer, and they got an opportunity to tell their background with John and how that came to be. And so we were thinking that here's another opportunity to maybe whoever wants to share that, go ahead and come up here, tell a story, and then put a little bit of John's ashes in here. And so I thought I'd kick it off by putting a spoonful in here, and then let Mark do the same, and then whoever wants to come up, tell a little short story or long story, however you want to do it, and then put some ashes in, and everybody should have an opportunity to do that. So you want to help me make sure I don't spill this?
Be a short ceremony. It would be fitting though.
Yeah. Love you, brother. Miss you.
So Kevin and I have talked a bunch of times about the service and our eulogy that we did, and we were laughing really hard one night because we really missed a really important thing that came into play down here at the ranch a lot, and that is the tick mark. It started with me playing spades with my sons and with John, and every time I made a mistake, John would go, "That's another tick mark for you." And then it led, and we were just, it was more about trying to figure out a way to give somebody else a tick mark than to actually play the game. So that's a special memory I have of John, and it lives on today, and I think that's a really cool thing. I miss you, brother, and I love you.
A lot of y'all know my kids, Robert and Katie. And I have to say that John had a lot to do with them growing up and being great kids, very successful, and I love him for that. He was a great person to be around, and my kids love him. And he made them better people. And I love you, man. And thank you for that.
Here's what I got from John. We're a wonderful group of friends. Love everybody I've met through Johnny. I never really expressed to my friends how I really cared about them, except for handshakes. I got a Johnny hug. First man hug I think I ever had. I enjoyed hugging everybody. I feel like that's what John does. I want to do it. And just know that that's always from the heart. It's not just a handshake. It's a heart to heart when you hug. And it really means something.
Thank you, Wayne.
Thank you, Johnny. Really again.
I met John in the summer of '81 when we started work together. I called somebody a dick with ears. John laughed and laughed, and we were best friends ever since. His magic was the way he connected with people, and this is a tribute to him, the way he's connected this group. I love you.
Well, I'm going to probably lighten things up just a little bit here. But I actually know John through my wife, Janice. They were both Arthur Anderson. They both came down here and met. So I got to meet John many years ago